Good morning, y'all. Happy Wednesday to you. This is Leslie, 507 Willow House Journals. I'm super glad that you're here this morning. We've got lots of actually. Hold on a second. I got to glue that down because that is bugging me so bad. We've got several new subscribers. Y'all, welcome. Welcome to 507. We're tickled that you're here. Rachel did a little shout out for myself and for Rhonda P. Y'all go check Rhonda P out. She is on YouTube. She is Rhonda P. On Instagram, her channel name is A Little Bit French. Y'all, her work is exquisite. I mean, it's just exquisite. And Rhonda is a doll. She is a sweetheart. Hey, Rhonda. So, y'all go check her out. But Rachel did a really big shout out for Rhonda and I. I was honored that Rachel did the shout out, but to be included in the shout out with Rhonda, I was over the moon. I love her work. As soon as I saw her work on Instagram, I'm like, sign me up, baby. I am watching your stuff. And so I follow her. I watch everything she does. She does beautiful. I can't even talk. I got excited, Rhonda. Your work got me excited. But she does beautiful work, and because Rachel did that shout out for us, I know my channel has jumped up, and I'm sure that Rhonda's has as well. And so I appreciate that so much, Rachel, and I appreciate all you new subscribers who came over to my channel, and I'll go ahead and say for Rhonda too. We appreciate you so very much. I'm gonna swish my coffee around for just a second. Hold on. Okay, I've been in this room since 4 o'clock this morning. Yes, trying to video since 4 o'clock this morning. At first, I just was real discombobulated. I couldn't get anything together. And on the second and third videos, you know who, I'll give you a hint. He is fat, furry, and has 4 legs. And he meows a lot, especially this morning. Oh yeah, he was in full meow mode. So he's been very vocal, and I'm sure I've toted a couple of extra ugly words from him this morning, because he does that sometimes from time to time. But anyway, so this is the 4th or the 5th video I've done this morning, trying to just get a video for y'all. But let me say your happy welcomes to Tammy Kreisky or Krisky. I'm not exactly sure, Tammy, and I apologize. But Tammy's from Pennsylvania. We have several from Pennsylvania. Mary Lou from California. Mary Lou comments all the time. Mary Lou, you're just a doll. Thank you so much. Jennifer of Jen of Eve Designs here on YouTube. Y'all go check Jen of Eve Designs. She has tremendous channel. It does beautiful work. Lark Robart. I don't have written down where she's from, and she's probably told me that, but I don't have where she's from. But guess what? Her mama's name is Nana Jean, and my mama's name is Gloria Jean. So we have that in common, and it tickled me that we have that in common. So welcome to all of you. Welcome, and thank you for your wonderful, precious comments. I say it all the time, but you'll just not ever know. You'll not ever know what your comments do mean to me. I just can't even express it. But this morning, I am working on a little journal that I started, and I was looking at, thought I was out of whack. It may be just a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It's all right. It's all good. But I'm working on a little journal, and I'm going to finish it up. It's not going to be embellished. Just very little embellishment to it, but I love it just like it is. And so I'm going to work on this a little bit, and I'll show you what I did. We turn it, you know, open it here, and got a journal here. Beautiful. I've got to do something right there. Like that, right there. And then it's a journal here. Isn't that beautiful? And then I've got a pocket here. And I've just, these are some tags that I had made previously. Look at that. Don't you love that? I might put that side up and put that right there. I love that. Page 22 out of the classifieds of my 1955 Decatur, Alabama newspaper. But this is my little journal I've got going for right now, and I'm going to work on it. I want to get it finished up. We're going to put, I think I'm just going to put that right across there, because where'd my glue go? Oh, y'all, I've lost my art glitter glue in about 2 seconds. Okay, well, I'm looking for it, but I don't see it. I don't want to do, if y'all see it. Oh, I found it. Sorry. I don't know what it was doing over there. Heavens to Betsy, there's no telling. But I'm going to do that, and then I'll run around this with art glitter glue. I did exactly what I didn't want to do. I'm trying to keep my paper really good, so I don't... Okay. I hope I'm in screen. I'm trying to stay in screen and all that too. Isn't that pretty? I love that. This is the vintage not newspaper. This is not newspaper, but this is the vintage wrapping paper that I found at the thrift store in Pulaski, Tennessee. And I love it. I think it's just beautiful. I looked for more of it. They didn't have any more than what I found. But I would have bought every bit that they have, because I would have used it for sure. Oh, Leslie, you nut. Did y'all see what I just did? Yep. Okay. So, yesterday we saw what not to do with the glue. So today we're seeing what not to do with your... Oh, brother. What? Okay, we'll put that down. What not to do with your... what's this? Wrapping paper you putting down. Don't try to tear it too short. That doesn't work. So, how are y'all this morning? I'm okay. I'm just a little bit discombobulated, like I said. I'm just a little bit out of sorts this morning. I did get to talk to my honey, and that was wonderful. I'm going to flip this over and go ahead and just snip it a little bit. I'm not going to snip it a lot because I do want to tear it, but I don't want to mess it up because I want a little bit of the torn edge, but I'm going to let it dry and get happy before I do that, except for right there. I will tear right there. Get that just a little bit down into there. Do y'all watch Downton Abbey? That looks like Edith from Downton Abbey. Bless Edith. I have to say, she's one of my favorite characters. I love her. I like that. That's beautiful. Okay. Well, we're going to leave that for a second. And like I said, this is not going to be heavily embellished or anything. I just wanted it as a little writing journal. And I'm going to, anywhere that there's white, I'm going to, this is neutral, and that. That's a little bit white. I double printed that. Got a little fold out there. I'm good with that. And then this is one of my favorite images from Heather at Ruby and Pearl. And I'm gonna see if I can get that to stay down. Hold that for just a second. I don't know if it will. And I might put a pocket or something over here If that doesn't stay down, I'm okay with it. I might put a pocket or something down, but I love this. I love that image. And y'all, this is, you know, there's a movement on Instagram right now. A tag for Ruby and Pearl. It's, where'd my thing go? Hashtag a tag for Ruby and Pearl. And that was started by one of the girls in our community, for love of Heather. And I'm sure most of you know her husband passed away very unexpectedly, and so this is just our way in the community of sharing our love with her, just so that she'll know how very much she does mean to us, and how much we appreciate her, and integrity. She just, what she stands for, and she's just, y'all, I will just tell you, I could probably quote you every one of her videos. Between her and Rachel, I sure could. And I'll tell you, Rhonda P, you were asking about this, how I got my start in junk journals. Well, I'll tell you, because it has something to do with Heather, to be honest with you. You know, and we've talked about it before, and for people who are new, I deal with just extreme, debilitating depression. And several of you do. Several of you have family members who do. We've talked about that, and everything. I've talked individually to several of you who experience that, or who have children or family who experience that. And well, I do. And so about, let's see, in 2020, I moved back to Rogersville, back up to Rogersville. I had, you know, I lived in Montgomery area, down in Wetumpka area, to help take care of my mom while she was sick, and I had a good job, so I stayed there for a time, and you know, and worked my job and that kind of thing. And then I had some health issues, and I do have some health issues that my Joe felt like, because, you know, he works out of town, he felt like I needed to be up here where the kids are, because I had retired at the time. I still work part-time, but at that time I had retired, you know, for health reasons. And I love that piece of paper right there. But I had retired due to my health and everything, so where'd my rubber go? Oh man. Oh, found it. My big ruler. I lost it there for a second. I'm gonna glue that down. Y'all, this is how y'all know, if you've been with me, you know how I do. But anyway, going back to Rhonda P asked, Rhonda, a little bit French, asked me this last night. Matter of fact, yesterday she wanted to know how I got started in junk journals. Well, when we came back to Rogersville in 2020, I was at a very, very serious point with depression, and just debilitating. I couldn't get out of bed. I didn't get out of bed. If I did, I got up, but I didn't get dressed. I stayed in my pajamas all day. I didn't do anything but lay around and eat, and you know, some days I'd eat, some days I wouldn't eat anything. But it was just very, very severe, and I didn't leave the house. I still don't. I have trouble leaving the house sometimes. Isn't that goofy? I've never been this way. But anyway, so I've always loved Pinterest. Absolutely loved Pinterest. So, oh, isn't that pretty? So, because I do love Pinterest, I played on Pinterest all the time. on my phone because we didn't, where we lived, we couldn't get internet. Can you believe living in a little town that you cannot get internet? That's why I have issues with my internet here, because we have trouble getting internet. Believe it or not, it is true. So, y'all, I'm just looking. So I played on my phone all the time on Pinterest. That gave me something to do, and I loved it, so I did that. And in the course of doing that, I came up on a journal. I saw a picture on Pinterest of a journal, and I like to flip my lid because I fell in love with it. I've always loved old books. I have old books everywhere in my house. Oh, I used to. I'm not as much anymore. I've got them back here in my journal room. I confiscated them, but I've got them all back here. But I've always loved old papers, old journal, you know, all that kind of. I mean, old books, all of that kind of thing. And so when I saw the journals, I was like, oh my, I am in love with this. So I started looking at journals left and right. And then I got on YouTube. I was never a YouTube. I didn't watch YouTube. I never watched YouTube until I started digging around and finding stuff on my kids. You know, they're all computer savvy and all that kind of stuff. They keep up with all that kind of thing, and so they said, Mama, just get on YouTube and look and see what you can find. I did, and I found Rachel. I did. I found Rachel, and I found Gail and Rachel, and I absolutely fell in love. I watched Rachel more than anybody until I found Heather, and I found Heather because of Rachel. She was doing a tag book or something that, you know, Heather loves tag books and stuff. But Rachel was doing something to that effect, something that Heather had done, and Rachel loved it, so she was doing that. And that's how I came to love junk journals. But it took me 2 years. It took me about it was after about a year I started collecting and gathering, and beyond what I already collect and gather, you know what I'm saying? Because I already had so much stuff. I'm all up in the neutrals, y'all. But I had so much stuff already, and I don't know what kit that came out of because I just pulled it out of there. But I started to gather more and more and more supplies, and the more I gathered, the more excited I got. Oh gosh, I love that right there. So I started playing, and I watched Heather, I watched Rachel put their journals together. I would play back, rewind, you know, the whole 9 yards until I found what I needed to see, or this and that and the other, and I just absolutely fell in love with the entire process of journal making. And Rhonda, that's how I became a journal maker. I don't even think I've even talked about that to Rachel. I don't think I've said anything like that, you know, on her channel in her comments or anything, but it was entirely because of Rachel. Rachel, Gail, and Heather, that I do this. And to say what it has done for me as far as depression, oh, there are just no words. There are no words to begin to tell you how this has drawn me out of of where of just the severity of where I truly was. And I just get tongue tied when I talk about it, because my family knows this, and they see how my life has changed, and my life truly has changed because of journal making. I mean, it just is what it is. I have changed completely. I just get tongue tied over it, and because I can't tell you how very much I appreciate all of the makers in our community for the things that you teach, and the gifts of your talent that you share. It makes a difference for people that I tore that like 3 times. Jeez, Louise. But a lot of makers don't realize how very much they do touch the hearts of people in this community, the people who watch them. And I will forever be grateful to Rachel and Heather, because they did change my life. And I read a comment on Rachel's. I wish I hadn't torn any of that off now. Look, but I still love it. I read a comment on Rachel's the other day, and a lady that said the very same thing. Rachel, you saved my life. Thank you for saving my life. Y'all, that's major right there. That is major. And I feel the exact same way. Thank you, girls, for saving my life, because you did. So, well, y'all, I've cut that too short. But I think I'm going to put it right there. I'll do that. But, oh, I lost my glue because I put it away. But that's how I found junk journals, and that's how I got my start, Rhonda P. And I've always, I've sew, I've quilted. I'm not a real avid quilter. I was at one time, and pretty much when I made my little quilt for my mama when she had breast cancer, that's the last little quilt I'd made. Just like with exercise, when Mama passed away, I quit exercise and I quit everything. And for a long time, until junk journals, and that is absolutely, that's no lie. And my husband is he just cannot get over. He cannot get over the difference, and he knows how much I love these women, how much I treasure them. They're just them. I almost goofed up. What they stand for, what they represent, what they share every day. And I may be repeating myself over and over, and if I am, that's okay, because it's just okay. I will. There will never be enough words. There will never be enough words in my lifetime to tell Rachel and Heather, especially, exactly what they mean to me. Now, that's just the way it is. So that was my start in junk journals, and this is my tag. This is my tag for Heather. To be honest with you, that's what I'm making it for. And that's everything in here is either original ephemera from my collection, which is not major. I mean, like, it was a book that vintage cross stitch. But this is all digitals and such that are Heather's. And I put this lady on the front because I think she's absolutely beautiful, but to me, she represents Heather in a lot of ways for me, because I see Heather as such a, and you all know it if you've watched her channel. if you have followed her any at all, you know what a tender heart she is, and what a tender heart she has and has for others. And she's just phenomenal. And so that's why I put her right there. And this has always been one of my favorites. That's an iris. I love irises, and I love her down by the lake, down by the pond. And again, that made me think of Heather. And that little one right there, you know, a little group of girls in ballet, but that little one right there made me think of Heather. So that's what this is for me. This is my tag for Heather, and I'm going to finish it. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot to it. I just want to cover some. So I got, this is what I keep all my, I've shown this before, but this is what I keep all of my digitals in. And I do try to keep them labeled as to who, you know, as to what is what. But, you know, I told y'all recently that I sure had messed my system up pretty bad. So the best that I can do for the most part is I put, if it's Heather's, I put it in one of Heather's envelopes. If it's well, there's another one. There's another one. I've got I got printables enough to last my lifetime. I do. Between the paper cameo and Heather and Rachel and Ida Jane's, Cotton and Twig, I've got a lot of those. Oh, I've used that already. I used that already, but that, you can tell I love that because I've got about 5 copies of it in here. But let's see. Who was that? Who am I trying to say? Who am I trying to say? Souvenir de la France. I hope that's how you say it, because it can't be de la France. It's got to be sound technical. I mean, it's got to sound like France. Something like that. France. But anyway, that's my story, y'all. Oh. Okay. Let's get out of, oh, I want one of these somewhere. I do. Oh, I love these. Love, 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 love. Isn't that beautiful? So, I'm not going to be just extremely talkative because I wanted to share my story. Rhonda had asked about that. So, Rhonda, that's my story. And, let me see. That is my story. I know I probably do this different backwards than y'all, but this is just how I do it. I found it a little bit easier sometimes. You know, there's going to come a day, and I'm pretty sure there will, that it's going to jump up and bite me in the hiney for doing this, but this is just really how I do it. Just like that. Oh, yes. I wish I'd moved it a little bit further down so I could keep that flower in there, but I didn't. So I'm just going to come right along here and tear that off. Rub my eye. I'm tearing. Am I videoing? Oh, 29 minutes. Now I've put down 3 things. Tear this off. Got to keep that really tight because I don't want it to tear up under there any at all. Oh, I love this. I love these, y'all. Oh, I can't even. Okay. I'm going to try not to. Try very hard not to. Well, I got that right on the line. Look at that. I did good. Oh, that's beautiful. Heather, your digitals are just Her digitals to me are just exquisite. They are. What do I want to put right there? Let's see. Let's do a little bit of. Do we want to put? I don't think I want to put cheese and guava jelly sandwiches in there. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Okay, let's do a little bit of bitty bit of collage on this page. That's what we'll do. Let's do that. We'll do some collage. We'll put laundry. We all have to do laundry. But y'all do keep Heather in your prayers. Can't even begin. Y'all just keep her in your prayers. I'm gonna put that right there. You know I love numbers, so. And I think I've told you, I think I told you Heather's channel is Ruby&Pearlxo. She's on Instagram and she's on Instagram and see, now I'm gonna leave. Can I leave that? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that because I just love it. I should have left that out a little bit further. It would have been fine. But I love that piece right there. I always leave those. So let's see. But Heather is Ruby&Pearlxo. She's on Instagram. She's on started to say Pinterest. She may be on Pinterest, but you know what? I don't follow Pinterest much anymore. I mean, I look at it, but just not a whole lot. But on YouTube, she has a huge channel on YouTube, and she's Ruby&Pearlxo. Y'all go check her out. Check out her work. She's just precious. Her work is absolutely exquisite. It is. I'm going to put. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of a straighter torn edge right there. No, I didn't. Okay, well, y'all, here we go. Let's see if that helps any. Oh, it does a little bit. Let's see, I want to take that off. Okay, I'm going to put that, after I do this, I'm going to put that right there. Yes, I'm here, y'all. I just got quiet. Sometimes when I get quiet, I'm praying. Do y'all do that? I just pray randomly throughout my day. I have to. Oh, I love that. Can y'all hear Buddha snoring? Yeah, he's snoring. But, and I know I'm doing I'm doing a lot of the same thing on these. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm just stuck on neutrals, and oh, I love these. Aren't they beautiful? These girls, I love them. This is Heather's dressmaker. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's do that right there. Yep, you know what I'm going to do. Well, I'll tell you what, before I do that, let's... No, that's scissors. Where'd my ruler go? Oh. Oh, I found it. Let's, tear that down. Excuse me, y'all. Yes, I throw my papers in the floor. If it's not a paper that I can grab easily and gather up, then I just throw it in the floor. I brush it off or pick it up and throw it out. But I'm saving up, y'all. If you've been with me, you know I'm saving up to do my make homemade paper. Yes, I am. I'm gonna do it this summer. Me and Emma Lou. I'll probably get Georgia over here too. We're gonna make homemade paper. We are going to do it. That nothing came out just now. And I know those are similar, but that's just okay. That is fine with me. Could have folded that back a little bit, but I like that, so I didn't. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. I'm going to put nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, because that's all. Now I'm not liking that right now, so I'm going to go back and trim it off. I mean, it's okay, but that's a little bit much for me. Okay, now see, everybody else could leave that and I'd be fine, because I don't like the other side now. Let me see how many we got. We got 36 minutes, y'all. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to finish up here. And I hope I hadn't been gloomy and doomy for y'all. But I do appreciate so much you being here. Rhonda, thank you for asking, you know, how I got here with my journals. I've just shared with y'all exactly how it happened. So thank you, all of you, for being a part of my channel, for being a part of my life, because you are. Now you're in now, y'all. Y'all, you're in. So I want to keep you. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep you for a while. Hope y'all will keep me for a while. But anyway, I'm going to finish up so I can get this uploaded. I just want y'all to know I truly do appreciate you. I appreciate your everything. I appreciate your kindness, your sweetest, the sweetest of comments. Y'all are precious to me, and I say that a lot, but I mean it a lot. I mean, I love that right there. I absolutely mean it. I'm going to put some of my mama right in here with Heather. I think that'll be perfect. My mama would have loved Heather. I can tell you that right now. She would have loved Heather. She would have loved Rachel too. She'd love all y'all. Donna, my friend Karen. Karen's my Instagram friend. We met through her purchasing the journals from me. Yes, we did. And we are just dear. She is a dear, dear friend. Hey, Karen. Dear friend, and I love her. I absolutely do. Okay, y'all. I love y'all too, by the way. I truly do. I love you, and I'm glad that you were here. And I look forward to seeing you again. Which page? Oh, there we go. I forgot where I folded it. I look forward to seeing you again in like by Friday. How's that? Should be a Friday video. So if I get real frisky, I may put one up tomorrow. We'll see. But okay, y'all, I'm gonna go. I love you. Y'all take care. Have a blessed day wherever you are, and I hope wherever you are in the world that you're safe and you're feeling loved. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.